right, folks. Hometown heroes here tonight. Here we go. Heat race number 1. Fast line racing bodies. That's right. Fast, great short track bodies from regional short track champ Dan Chapman. Check them out. Look at the grid real quick. See what we got. Heat race 1. We got Gavin Chatham going to be out front. Roger Craig starting second. Got Billy Richardson starting third. Jeff Flero there in fourth. Dean Reynolds fifth. Steve Bixler up in 6th, and Andy Patton starting in the 7th place spot. Pretty good field here tonight for the hometowns. What do you think there, Corey?
Yeah, so far for 305 at least, yes.
King Sprints, Lernerville, like this track. It's in the name. You learn real quick. There's no walls on the turns.
Yeah, there's no wall except on the front straightaway, and that wall is treacherous, so you're better off going off the back stretch than you are hitting the wall on the front stretch, but you're not any better off going on the back stretch anyways.
Yeah. And, you know, if you don't watch it, you end off down there in the woods somewhere. Roger might like that because you can go down there and fish.
Well, they got a couple boats parked down off the hillside down in the back stretch near the woods.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
All right, here we go, rolling off. 305 wing sprints, we've seen them. Could be pretty good here. Guys, we'll get up there on that top side. Excuse me. Dang, I had a call for me. On that top side cushion. I got to go inside of me. Did I want to get too excited up on that cushion?
Can you see the boats down there, Jeff? You see the Lightning McQueen bus.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag. He race 1 underway. Chatham, Flero, Richardson. All them two men going down. You already see them getting up there on that cushion.
Absolutely running the lip around this little 0.4 of a mile track. Gavin Chatham out front, Flero right there behind him. The best groove is probably going to end up being the top side until it really starts to slick up. See him get a little bit squiggly towards the back end. One of them about went off the back end. Bixler halfway went off.
Well, you talk about that too right there. What's the best groove? Yes, getting up there on that top side with the cushion is putting your tire almost, flying over the top. It's fast, but it's one of those risk versus reward things we talk about a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. How far do you push the car up the track? And not to mention, the marbling, the loose dirt, it blends in with the lip of the racetrack, so it's very easy to misjudge, miscalculate your line and send the right rear over. Oh my.
Richardson in the wall, man. He just got shoved out of the way by Dean Reynolds. Man, that was close.
The only wall on the track and you hit it. Oh, and he's going back off the track in turn 4. Ow. Okay.
White flag one more time. Chatham, he's stuck in the grandstand up there, but Chatham's got this thing on lockdown. He's got Flero behind him. He's going to take it with Reynolds coming in third. What a heat race. I guess I'm still trying. Oh, what's wrong with me?
No, nobody cares about your cold.
Do what I'm trying to talk up here.
Okay, that may be so.
All right, heat race 2. Langdon Mechanical, second and none heating and air conditioning company out of Hamilton area. They promise to their customers they'll have their trained techs there 100% of the way. Definitely check them out. Langdon Mechanical. Let's look at the grid. Kurt Schatzer going to be the man out front. Gary Taylor there in second. Brian Moore Sr., he's up in third. Kevin Fry fourth. Got Brandon Ashworth. Hope I said Aylensworth there in fifth. Aylesworth, okay. Up in Randy Shreves in sixth. And Bob Curtis. It must be a new guy, Aylesworth.
Maybe it's Islesworth.
Make up your mind.
We'll ask him if he finishes top 3.
Or Ills.
We'll ask him when he finishes top 3 here.
Call him Worth.
We'll call him Brandon.
Brandon Worth. Worth a lot.
From California.
Probably is worth a lot then. Go. Roger, what you out there doing tonight? Hanging out?
Well, he was in the first heat race. He came out and was one lap down and finished in 6th, so he came back to the server.
Okay. Well, racy little track here in Lernersville. What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty racy, especially for these sprint cars. It's almost like they made this track for sprint cars. I mean, sure, the late models and modifieds, they run pretty good around here, but somehow the sprint cars seem to be able to handle it better off than I would ever imagine. Here we go, the green flag gonna be run.
Where that tire gets on that cushion on the top, I think.
Yeah, sure. Kurt Schatzer out to the early lead. Look at this. Here comes Brian Moore Sr. Then we talked to Brian Moore Jr. last week in the top 3 on one of the 3 dirt series. Brian Moore Sr. this week showing how it's done around this little 0.4 of a mile track out front. Early on in heat race number 2, Gary Taylor battling with Kurt Schatzer. Taylor on the outside. Schatzer goes to the... Now they switch. Okay.
Yeah. Brian Moore Sr. out front. Taylor there with him. Schatzer hanging on the 3rd. Battle behind him, though, is heating up. You've got Treves and Fry, man. Those 2 guys were going at it. Everybody just kind of single file right now. These guys aren't getting up there too much on the top of the cushion like we saw in heat race 1. Got to stand a little bit one, and there you goes one. He gone.
He went to go get some French fries at the concession stand.
He did. Moore Senior out front looking good. Taylor there behind him. Shreves, he's under fire though with Schatzer.
Yes, he is. Shreves, one last lap to try to hold off Kurt Schatzer. Schatzer goes to the bottom down here in turn 2. Can he make it work? Coming down to 3 and 4. It's going to be a drag race for 3rd. Going to be Shreves at the line.
Nice. Moore Senior, man, out front. Taylor. It's Shreves, man. Coming home in 3rd. What a heat. Lernerville. Like Lernerville. All right. Top Notch Trucking. They'll haul about anything for you. You know why? Because the Top Notch doing it. Check them out. Top Notch Trucking. Let's look at the grid. Bob DeGood out front in this one. Joe Moose there in 2nd. Blake Chapman starting 3rd. Jeff Barker there in 4th. Got John Rayner up in 5th. And Patrick Spangler hanging on to the 6th place spot. Nice.
Going to see how Chapman, the popcorn man, can handle this little track.
Yeah, man, you know, he's one that you really don't ever want to bet against. You know? But here lately, he hadn't gotten the pill draws that he wanted.
Yeah, and he had bad luck last week at Cedar Lake, so we'll see if he can tame this track early here in the night.
Yeah. Bunch them up. Lights off on the pace truck. Here we go. We're going racing. Got the good Moose, Chapman, Barker, Rayner, Spangler. Green flag. Heat race 3 underway. Hometown Heroes, Coast to Coast Racing League. Get it done.
Moose, that man, out to the early lead here. Bob DeGood a little bit squiggly there in turn 3 and 4. But he's all right as of now, just trying to not run the top side. Chapman looking up there. You got to be really careful. Don't put yourself over the edge and go flying off like Fry did in the last heat race. Here comes Patrick Spangler in the red car, trying to work on the bottom, and they go back up to the top side right around the lip. That is, I'm just so impressed with how good they're able to keep the tire from going clear off the edge, because if that was me out there, I would have already been off about 20 times.
I didn't know went flying off a minute and one of them tree tops out there. I'm with you, man. These guys have got some good control. Bob DeGood right now in a little bit of trouble. Hanging on the 3rd. Patrick Spangler is coming up on the top side. Battle for the lead, though. Chapman says, I want to get a piece of that Moose in front of me. He's trying, man. You see, man, Joe trying to hold the line up a little bit. That's what he needs to do. Stay on the top side. Slow down Chapman. Laps winding down here.
Absolutely trying to get the momentum build up. One last lap for Chapman to try to make a move on Moose. Here comes Spangler. He's sending in real deep in turn 2, not able to keep the momentum. Here comes Chapman on the bottom. It's going to be a short drag race to the line.
Oh!
And Chapman gonna
He held
get it.
on. And I thought there for a minute Moose had him.
Wow.
No, that was a heck of a finish. All right, a little warm up. We'll be right back here in a few, folks.
For Lucy Olson, she has her first point.
Yeah, Lucy Olson, talented sophomore.
All right, folks, here we go. Feature time. Hometown Heroes 305 wing sprint. Let's look at the catalytic recovery. Let's start in line up. Got old Gavin Chatham going to meet him out front. Brian Moore Sr. there in second. Blake Chapman third. Jeff Flair starting fourth. Gary Taylor starting in the fifth. Joe Moose there in sixth. Dean Reynolds seventh. Randy Shreve starting in eighth. Patrick Spangler ninth. Andy Patton starting 10th. Kurt Schatzer there. He's starting in 11th. Bob DeGood, he's up in 12th. Steve Bixler starting 13th. Brandon fourth. He's going to be in 14th. We got Jeff Barker 15th. Roger Craig 16th. Bob Curtis in 17th. John Rayner 18th. Billy Richards in 19th. And Kevin Fry 20th. All right, Craig, you showing up this time?
He should be out there. Where is he?
He just didn't want to take no heat racing.
He's in there. He's back there in 16th.
Uh-oh.
See the little bottleneck of going out of the pit road here, and it'll be easy and took one at a time, boys.
Tell him just because he's in Lernerville does not mean go fishing. No fishing.
He wants to fish.
After the race, he can go fishing.
would it be ice fishing now, or I don't even know what the temperature is up in Canada.
It probably cold.
We were just talking about that before under our
It
break.
ain't cold here in NC, I tell you that much. Fall time.
Well, no Brian Moore Jr. here tonight in the 305, but we got the Brian Moore Sr. starting out at the front. See if he can replicate what his boy did last week at Cedar Lake and finish in the top 3 on one of these sprint cars.
Good, here we go. Pace trucks in. Green flag flies. We're racing 305s here tonight. Hometown Heroes. And already a little bit, man. Flero catches a top side burn there. And they're 2 and 3 wide in the back. Here comes Chapman down on the inside. He said, I want that lead early so I can just get out front and be safe.
Yeah, definitely 3 wide battle right now for the race lead. Flero on the inside, BMS in the middle, Chatham up on the top side. Chatham with the momentum, he's able to hang in here. BMS running the middle groove, trying to be a little bit conservative. You got 20 laps for a race. You don't want to put yourself at risk of going over the edge, but if you're able to run the edge nice and smooth like Chapman is, Chapman going to send it down in. He's going to maybe not pull the slider on BMS there.
If the inside is fast for you, like you just said, run it. Because it's the safest way around this track. Usually the outside is the fastest way, but it's the most risky way to get around this place. We've seen it all night long. Meanwhile, back here's caution's out. We just talked about Roger Craig bringing out the caution here at Gambler Motorsports. Let's see what happened on the map of the replay. Oh, looks like Gary Taylor from him went. And then, like I said, Roger Oates.
No.
Do it. Couldn't get away.
Just
Good news
could not
for Moore Senior. It looks like he got his spot back.
He's going to retain in the second position here. Going to start whatever lane that Chatham does not pick. Good looking track right now. The top side all nice and slicked up. The middle and bottom still a lot of grip down there. If you can make yourself quick around the bottom side, you'll be fine. But if you can make yourself smooth and quick on the top side, then you're going to be even better. Maybe turn 1 and 2 a little bit slick on the bottom. 3 and 4. And it's getting there in the middle. Bottom side still got a lot of traction. Here we go. Pace truck is off. We're about to set him off and flying. Chatham with the big jump. He's going to bring along Jeff Flero with him as well. Flero using the top side lip to get the momentum, get around BMS. Here comes Blake Chapman, the popcorn man as well. And right behind them, you got Randy Shreeds and Patrick Spangler. Those two are going at it, and we got a trouble on the front straightaway down to turn number 1. A couple of them 316 and caution.
Patton. Watch it one more time here, see what happened. Like you're saying, oh, you got to burn a burn. Almost got the wall. You had to get around. And then from there, nowhere to go. Holla. Lost a little bit coming out of the turn. All right, been a good one so far. Having a man out front right now. Hometown Heroes got these 305s. Lernerville here tonight.
And you know what? Gavin Chatham is from Pennsylvania. You know where this track is, Jeff? Pennsylvania. Sarver, Pennsylvania. That's right.
I don't even know where that's at. Now, I've been to Pennsylvania. I've been to Reading, Butler.
I don't know where this is.
You don't know where that's at?
No, I don't know where Sarver, Pennsylvania is.
I don't know where Hershey is. Do you know where Hershey is?
No, I do not, actually.
Harrisburg, PA. Do you know what that is?
I do not know where. I don't know Pennsylvania.
That's the capital of PA.
I've never been to Pennsylvania, Joe.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Okay.
My wife's from PA, that's why.
Okay. So hometown hero is trying to become the hometown hero.
Yes, he is. So, goes Chatham, Claro, Moore Senior, Chapman, Breeze. Good so far. And pace truck's off. Get dead here. Time tonight 3:05. Got out there. It's near Pittsburgh. Oh, okay, appreciate it, Gary. I do know where Pittsburgh is, so it's more up towards the northern western side of PA. Then okay, I got you. I was more towards down for the Philly area.
Oh,
contact,
Flaro.
Chapman. That's Flaro. Yeah, you're right. Looked like Chapman. They had a kind of close paint jobs there. But yeah, Flaro, man. But he got it back on the track. Man, that's about as close as you can get without wrecking.
Absolutely real close. Luckily, no wall was there to grab him, so able to stay right there with the lead pack. He's still battling with BMS. Looking to the inside, and we got another caution on the track. It is Roger Craig once again.
Craig, having the night he wants to see what happened to him. Got up there on the wall. That wall, we got on the cushion. Oh, he got a little tire rub, and then they just knocked him off the track. And Gary out there says the Lernerville safety crew is watching the broadcast. Well, I appreciate it. So I take it that you work at the track is where you know where it's at? Gary? That is cool. All right, it's all Chatham out front. He keeps this up, he might stay up front.
Absolutely. Doing a good job so far out at the front of this field. Big field here for 305s. Chatham, Chapman, and Spangler. Feels like we've seen this trio before, Joe. Takes us back to Knoxville days, right?
Yes.
Randy Shreve's up at the front as well. He's been up with this little trio before. So we double him up here. Chatham going to pick the outside line. He's going to force Chapman to start down low, but you know what? That might not be a bad spot for Chapman if he can get a good launch with Chatham down in turn number 1. We're going to find out here is the Steve King Foundation pace truck is going to pull off over the hillside. Flagger going to have the green flag in the air. Here we go.
Chatham and Chapman. Shreve's out front. Man, look at Chatham, boy. He gets out of dodge. Tries to. Meanwhile, they're doubled up behind him. 3 wide coming there for second place, though. And caution. Bixler around. Uh-oh. What happened on the Malcolm Mills replay? Oh, contact in the back. Bixler goes flying. Look at that, bro.
Might have been Bixler. Yeah.
Bixler went way off the track. I don't. Rigger?
I mean,
Fry went around. Fry went around. That's right.
And Gary Taylor going all the way down to the woods.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I know it's kind of like a threshold thing here. Like, you can just go off the track. I don't think.
Oh, and Bixler hitting a guardrail trying to get to pit road. Fry's going to stop and have a little chat with him at the pit road. And
they're talking. Oh, okay. Hey, man, you want to go get some burgers after this?
Go get some fries.
Wife thought I was talking to her. She want to go get some burgers after her.
Did
She
say
said
yeah?
no. She said no. I was like,
Oh, no.
he is disconnected with our conversation over.
Well, I'm sure everybody is.
Over there trying to answer her questions. Funny stuff. All right, we got Chatham out front with Chapman. Race truck's dropping off. Kids had to go back green. Spangler and company out front. Here we go.
Green flag, green flag.
Here we go, green flag in the air. Chatham with the good launch once again. Spangler, though, on the outside with the launch as well. Can Chapman clear the slider? Is he going to have enough room? He could have had room there, but it decided not to take it. He goes all the way down to the bottom, and 3 and 4 not going to be able to clear the slider on Chatham. Spangler going to pull up next to Chapman now once again, and I think Chapman has lost the opportunity to slide the front two as they have pulled a little bit away from Blake Chapman right now.
You know, and here's the thing on that move there. We saw it. I think Chapman is going to need some green flag laps to get that inside groove going. He's able to get a run going on the inside, but unless you throw a slide job like old Spangler just did on Chatham, I don't know if it's going to hold. See what Blake's going to see back here, but now up front you got Chatham and Spangler. If those two guys go at it like this, that's what he needs to see.
Absolutely going to swap sliders back and forth. Gavin Chatham versus Patrick Spangler. Spangler may be a little bit better on that slider there, but here comes Chatham once again, pulling the slider out of turn number 2, going to do the cross back over. Here comes Blake Chapman. He's like, I'm back in the party once again, boys. Yeah. And oh my, real close and tight right there.
Well, that's what Chapman needed. He needed those good guys to get up here and start battling. And you see, they're throwing slide jobs left and right on each other, crisscrossing. And that's going to help Blake out tremendously because he's going to go up here and throw a slide job and see if he can't hold. He wasn't able to make it complete coming out of the turn. Spangler's able to hang on to it. He's going to go through the grass there. And that just killed all the momentum.
Yeah, a little pass in the grass, so a little failure there. Gonna have to rebuild up the momentum. We got 3 laps remain here at Lernerville, but look at Randy Shreves. Shreves is stalking these front 3 as we get another caution on the track.
Kurt Chatzer, what happened to him? Hello. Oh, got a little slide job, got a little tire sideways. Tried to hang on to it. That's going to give these guys another opportunity up front here. Problem is, it's going to be a single foul. That helps out
single foul the last time.
All right, but this is going to help out Spangler, but only a couple laps ago. Get a big lead. Might be all right.
If he can get a good launch over these other 2 drivers, he'll be all right. But if he doesn't get a good launch, I expect to see Chatham and Chapman to pull a big slide job in turn 1 and then down in turn number 3 once again, like we've seen the last time on a restate.
So there's 1 to go, right?
Yeah, we're going to have 2 to go. And it's going to click over to lap 19.
Yeah, Tickerton.
Crazy. Well, yeah.
But in dirt, you could have white checkered. It could happen. If you catch it, just gotta be just.
Lights are off on the Steve King Foundation Pace truck. Hopefully for one last time here in the 305 division, or at least that's what these drivers are hoping for. Or some of them.
Right. Trucks in. Go green here.
Green flag.
Spangler. Chapman. Green flag. You see Spangler. He does get that little bit of jump. Chatham's going to have to put up with Chapman in the backside here as you see he goes through the grass. Shreves and Flaro, man, as they come around turn 3 and 4.
Gonna see the white flag in the air. Spangler on the high side with the momentum. Chatham as well. Chatham gonna send it down into turn 1 deep. Wasn't able to get the slider clear. That might help out Blake Chapman for 2nd place. Last time around, 3 and 4. Spangler gonna pick up the wins. Chapman 2nd and Chatham 3rd. Wow.
I think that move, man, like you just said, he stopped the momentum there and it cost him at 2nd place. All right. Bringing some of these guys up and get a word with them. Spangler, Chapman, Chatham. let's bring up old Blake up here and let's get to work.
Hey, Blake, you got a copy on me?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, another new track this season, and you bringing him second place. Talk us through it.
Yeah, it was a pretty difficult race for me. I was stuck on that bottom on every single restart, which I think really was not great for me. I really was feeling good up on the top side, but getting stuck down on that bottom on every restart was allowing somebody to get by me every single time. So I think the race would have gone a little bit differently if I was able to start on the outside, and we finally got single file there at the end and I was able to make a move. So, it's just racing, sometimes it's just the way it goes.
Absolutely. Did you learn anything for the 360 here?
Well, I think that top side is going to be pretty dominant for these 360s, although there still was some grip coming out of the corners, so might be able to get a hold of that a little bit quicker in these 360s with a little bit more horsepower. Could be make for a little bit better racing.
Absolutely. Before we send you off, though, you got anybody you like to thank?
Yeah, I gotta thank my parents and grandparents for watching and supporting all the guys down at the Krite Sim Racing team. Gotta thank Preston at Epsilon Spirit Wraps and Andy at AJ Custom Creations. And I gotta thank Galen's Gourmet Popcorn. You can head over to their website and use code CART for 15% off some of their delicious popcorn. And I gotta thank you guys for putting this broadcast on.
Yeah, folks, he's second place driver, and then the number 20, Blake Chapman.
Yeah, well, let's bring up this man here, Chatham. Let's get.
Hey, Gavin, you get a copy on me?
I hear you guys.
Well, you started out at the front. You stay in the top 3 here at Lernerville. Talk us through it.
It was a good run for us. You can't complain too much about a top 3 finish. I'm kind of upset with myself. I gave it away. I gave away second at the end there to Blake, trying to throw a slider on Patrick, and I really wanted this win bad. We haven't won in the 305s in the Hometown Heroes, and with Lernerville being my hometown track, I wanted it bad, and I sent it in there, and I realized I wasn't going to clear Patrick, and I kind of had to back out of it a little bit and killed our momentum and allowed Blake to finish second. All in all, it was a good race. It was a fun race between me and Patrick. We were doing the same thing in the matinee earlier today, trading sliders back and forth and having a good time. Lernerville is very racy. It's a fun track if you don't go over the berm, and that was another big part of our night, just being consistent, not going over, and I felt really good for most of the whole night, and just driver just wasn't good enough to get it done at the end. But congrats to Patrick on a good run, and also Blake. It's always fun racing with those guys, and it seems like we're all up front pretty much every week battling it out for the win. So third place, we'll take it. It's a good way to start tonight, and hopefully we'll continue to get better for the 360s.
And before we send you off to those 360s, Gavin, you got anybody to like thank?
I just want to thank you guys for doing an awesome job with the broadcast and Coast to Coast Racing, all the sponsors, everybody behind the scenes, everybody that puts on this league and allows us to go out here and put on a show for everybody. I just want to thank everybody for that. I want to thank Chatham Motorsports, Mike Schick Motorsports Design, Velocity Race Design, Miller Time Motorsports, and Northeast Outlaw Motorsports. Thank you for all sponsors, all support. I want to thank the fans for coming out, and I hope that was an exciting battle for you guys to watch. It was definitely fun in the driver's seat for sure. So I hope that was a good race for all the fans to come out and watch every week. And I just want to thank my fans as well for coming out and supporting me.
Yeah, folks, in the number 99, Gavin Chatham.
Oh yeah, well let's see what the old Patrick Spangler's up here, because this man put in victory lane. Patrick, join the booth. Got a copy?
Yep, gotcha.
Well, he was able to hang on to it out front there, man. Couple close calls, but you liking this Lernerville?
Oh yeah, I was smiling ear to ear when they decided to go from Kern County to Lernerville and Cedar Lake. Lernerville is by far my favorite track, so always fun running here.
No doubt. Well, hang on to it. Got that victory lane, man. Got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, just you for the awesome broadcast each week. Roger on the league, Train Wheels Racing, Dude X and Designs on the design, and Uncle back home watching.
There you go, Patrick Spangler bringing her home tonight. Lernerville. Well, folks, don't go anywhere. Got some 360 wing sprints. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. Got 360 wing sprints here tonight. Look at this starting lineup here for our Fast Line Racing Bodies Heat Race 1. Patrick Spangler just put it in the 305s. You're going to see what he can do here in the 360s. Out front with Joe Moose there in second. Blake Chapman third. Steven Bixler in fourth. Brad Waite, he's going to be there in fifth. And Kevin Fry starting sixth. So, a pretty good race we had in the 305s there, Corey.
Yeah, the 305s put on a good little show there. And, Joe, my trading paints are not working unless...
Uh-oh, you having my syndrome?
Yes. Hold on. I'm just going to
Close
reload my
my bad,
trading
I'm
paint.
sorry.
Alright, these big 360s around Lernerville, these ought to be pretty fun either way.
Yeah. Well, the 360s, obviously we always talk about having more power. We'll see what they can do with their wall. Here's the green flag flies. Got Spangler, Moose, Chapman, Fry, Bixler. And you might be able to do a little better slide job here at Lernerville with them.
Absolutely going to be able to do a little bit of sliding of a 360. And you know what? If you go off the edge of a 360, it's going to be even more violent because you got more speed. It's like a jet engine taking off of the airport. But right now, Patrick Spangler running the top side lip, putting the right rear right where he needs to put it at. Being nice and smooth and consistent. He goes down to the bottom in 1 and 2 just to be on the safe side. I'd say 1 and 2 is the more treacherous side of the track than 3 and 4. But 3 and 4, you can still make up time on the bottom. Was seeing Blake Chapman try to do that. It's such a stalemate right now in heat number 1 as the track is not slicked off as much as they probably want.
Yeah, and right now, like you said, man, looking strong. Spangler, Chapman, he's trying to see if he can't close in. Moose right there behind him, Kevin Fry. Laps are winding down, but right now, Spangler looking strong here at Lernerville.
Tagged the wall a little bit there on the front straightaway. All good, though. Last time down the back straightaway, 3 and 4. And nice and smooth. Going to pick up heat race number 1 win. Blake Chapman second and the Moose Man in third.
Oh, good run, good run. Over here to heat race number 2, Langdon Mechanical. Guys got on this one. Race 2, let's look at the grid. Got Brandon Worth going to be out front in this one. Gary Taylor going to start second. Brian Moore Sr. there in third. Bob DeGood starting fourth. Jeff Flaro fifth. And Gavin Chatham going to start the 6th place spot. So far, been a pretty good racy track here in Lernersville.
Yeah, it has. It's always racy. No matter what division is. As long as the track stays together nice and decently, it doesn't get all the way slicked off or doesn't stay tacky the whole night, it can turn into 3 grooves all the way around this racetrack.
Old Worth out front in this one. Nice looking paint job on that thing.
Okay, wow. My trading paints is not working, so.
It's black and white. That's all.
Oh, it might still be the same paint. Is it California paint?
That's California.
Oh, and we're seeing the same one.
Gary
on here.
Taylor, man, he thinks he's in bumper cars. He got up there and got the side of Moore Senior on the start. That's about as close as you can get on the open wheels, bumping wise, without wrecking.
Absolutely, got to be real easy with the bumping though, as these sprint cars don't like to handle it. Right now, Islesworth out front here in the heat number 2. Brian Moore Sr. there right behind him. Then behind those two, you got Gary Taylor on the outside of Jeff Flaro. Flaro trying to utilize the inside. Can he pull the slider? Not going to do it this time around in turn number 2. And there goes Gary Taylor. He's going down fishing. He's going to get passed up by Gavin Chatham.
Ooh, yeah, just like that. That's how I talk. It's in the name, Lernerville. You learn real quick. You get over that cushion, you're gone.
Gone and fishing.
Right now, man, so far so looking good.
Yeah,
Works, man, showing it off.
is still out front here, but Brian Moore Sr. trying to close the gap in. White flag in the air. Can he make it happen one last time down the back straightaway? Maybe Senior with a little bit of a better run, but behind them, Chatham versus Flaro. Not going to be anything for Senior to get to Islesworth, but good battle between Flaro and Chatham as well. Wow, good racing all the way around.
Absolutely. Bring us to Heat Race 3 here. Top notch trucking. Grid real quick. Roger Craig going to start out front in this one. Andy Patton there in second. Dean Reynolds started third. Jeff Barker there in fourth. Jeffrey Kemper up in fifth. And Randy Shree is going to be the man there in the sixth place spot. Craig coming out here, blasting. On, Andy. Roger, man.
As long as he does not go fishing down the back straightaway.
Oh, yeah.
Shows Andy Patton being from Pennsylvania as well. So another home state, hometown hero.
Ah, true. All right. Craig out front in this one. You got Patton right there beside him. Barker and company, here we go. Green flag's about to fly.
Green flag.
Set sail.
Craig taking it a little bit easy on the slider over Andy Patton still up in the lead, but here comes Patton down on the bottom of 3 and 4. Will he pull the slider? He will on Roger Craig to put Patton out to the race lead here in heat number 3 as Dean Reynolds, he's looking to get around Roger Craig as well. He does indeed. Roger Craig maybe a little bit slippery off of turn number 2.
Yeah, it is right now, man. You see Craig out drop back to third. Andy Patton right up there in the first place spot. Here comes Reynolds. He's taking over the second. Top 3. Craig's under pressure, though, man. Barker's right there with him. Look at Barker go to the inside for the slide job.
And Barker on the inside. He's going to try to make it complete here coming out of turn number 2. And he does. Not quite yet. He didn't pull up in front of Roger Craig directly. And Craig got sideways there out of turn number 4. Does not lose the spot to Jeffrey Kemper at all. Retains in the 4th position right now, but Andy Patton now dominating this heat number 3 field, and there goes Roger Craig off of the track.
More time, Patton, man. Reynolds and company who's going to get it. Unfortunately, like I say, Roger off the track here, but it's going to be Patton, Reynolds, Barker, 1, 2, and 3. What a heat race.
Well, and Shreves, he's going to try to limp his car. I do believe he should get scored into the 4th spot. Yeah, he does.
Rooting for your brother, Brian, tonight, and my nephew, Brian Jr. So, okay. You guys do an awesome job. Watch up. Appreciate it, man. Going to warm up. We'll be right back here in just a few.
Lucy Olsen, talented sophomore.
All right, folks, here we go. Feature time here tonight, 360 wing sprints. These things, man, are going to look good. Let's look at our catalytic recovery. Starting line up here is we got Patrick Spangler out front. Got Brandon Worth. He's going to be right there in second. Andy Patton starting third. Blake Chapman starting fourth. Ryan Moore Sr. up in fifth. Dean Reynolds there in sixth. Joe Moose seventh. Jeff Falero up in eighth. Brad Waite, he's starting ninth. Jeffrey Barker 10th. Randy Shreves 11th. Gary Taylor in 12th. Gavin Chatham 13th. Stephen Bixler 14th. Kevin Fry 15th. Roger Craig 16th. Jeffrey Kemper's 17th. Bob DeGood, he's back in the 18th place spot.
Alrighty, so it should be a good one here. And we're acknowledging before the warm-up there of Rick Moore, rooting for his brother Brian Moore Sr. out here. And his nephew, Brian Jr., but he is not here in the 360 division, maybe for the 410 division. So it should be pretty good. We'll see if anybody pops a wheelie here on the 360 green flag. I don't think we're going to see a wheelie because they kind of take off right there in the exit of the corner. And I mean, if you do a wheelie here,
maybe the 410.
I don't know if we want to do a wheelie pulling out of the corner, Jeff.
Bro, I'm with you. Steve King Foundation Pace Trucks in. Spangler Worth up front. Let's see if Spangler can make a 2 for 2 here tonight. He put it to 305s. We'll see what the 360's got. Green flag out front. Spangler gets going. Meanwhile, it's doubled up behind him. Worth, Pat, and Chatham. Moore Jr. Senior there with him. Hey, look at this 2x2 racing.
A good racy track right now. The track came in nice and beautifully throughout the heat races and the one warm-up we had. We got a couple of cars at the back having a meeting. It's Craig and Fry. Not going to have a caution quite yet unless they stop. And they ain't off the track, but they stopped.
Worth is. Are you kidding me? Worth started up front. He's off the track, the leader.
Oh, boy.
Go back and watch the replay real quick. I know we didn't bring a caution, but watch the replay. He was in second place. Oh, he just lost it, got the topside cushion, and went flying off the track. Wow. There you go. Lernerville strikes again.
Wow. And all that chaos that never threw the caution flag, and Spangler, he is pulled away big time over second place. Right now, Blake Chapman about 1.5 second gap. That is a significant lead around this little 4/10 of a mile track.
Yeah, right now, like you said, Spangler looking to try to make it 2 for 2. Meanwhile, Chapman's right behind him. Big battle, and looks like Gary Taylor's going to say if he just can't access Roger Craig. Goes off the track. Unfortunate for him tonight. Moore Sr. still holding on to fourth. He puts a slider down the inside. Patton's hanging on to it. That's the battle right there for third.
Yeah, Patton on the outside of Brian Moore Sr. Trying to get a podium finisher in the 360 division, running the bottom side. That's the safest way around. This place may not be the quickest, but definitely the safest option in case you just misjudge the top side. You go flying off the track down onto the boats or something.
Yeah, y'all down there fishing with the woods. Moore Sr. hanging on to fourth. Meanwhile, Spangler out front got this lead. Adam got enough time to run him down. What's a big lead of 1.7 seconds?
Yes, it is a big, big lead for Patrick Spangler out front. You get the lap car, Kevin Fry, in between Spangler and Blake Chapman, though. And then Blake Chapman, he's got a huge gap all the way back to Andy Patton, about 2.5 seconds right there.
And then a big battle, man, back here. Patton, Moose, Falero, Moore Sr., those guys are in a bunch.
Yes, they are. Moose trying to move his way up to podium spot, goes down to the bottom in turn number 2. He's going to pull the slider on Andy Patton. Patton going to look back down to the inside down in here in turn number 3. Can he pull the slider? Not going to have the speed to do so. Here comes Jeff Falero with the outside momentum. Gets around Andy Patton now. He sets his sights on the Moose. Gets a little bit tight there and turn 2, had to get out of it so he doesn't go flying off the racetrack. Here comes Patton once again back on the inside of Flair. Not going to make it done out of turn 4.
Yeah, so far so good for Patrick Spangler out front. Chapman sitting there in second. Moose, Flero, Patton, though. Those guys finally go single file. Then you got a Chatham back here who's got a mess going on with Brian Moore Seniors, Dean Reynolds, Shreves and company. They got a 3-wide battle.
Yes, they do. 3 wide right there around the 7th spot. Randy Shreves was in the middle. Now he gets to the high side, puts the right rear a little bit almost over the edge of the track. Dean Reynolds into the wall, the only wall on the racing track.
Purple People Machine out there looking good so far. Like you said, pops the wall. Still hanging in it though there in 9th place spot.
Yes, he is Patrick Spangler. He's caught up to lap traffic right now. But with such a big lead, I don't think the lap cars are going to hinder his gap that he has. Almost a 2.5 second gap back to Blake Chapman, and not too many laps to go, 2 to go this time at the line. And we got a couple cars right now going off the track. Kemper and Gary Taylor going to pull back down onto the racetrack down to turn number 3. And look at that, the leader right behind them going to split the lap cars. Wow.
But you still got a white flag. Like you said, look at Spangler. Like you said, he's in a mess of traffic right here. He goes high, he goes low, but he's only got one more time. Rips the top side cushion. Takes the checkered flag. It's going to be Patrick Spangler. Chapman coming home in second. Joe Moose hang on to third.
Wow.
Man.
Chaos.
Chaos. There you go. Fun chaos is what we like to say.
Absolutely, second time in
Very
the
nice.
victory lane here at Lernerville for Spangler tonight.
Man, Spangler, man, out here just dominating. Old Moose, man. But we'll bring up, Blake, let's get a word with.
Hey, Blake, you get a copy on me?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, 2 times in a row, second place here tonight at Lernerville Talk. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy to come home with second. I don't know, Patrick had something figured out. He was running away from all of us. He was really, really fast. But yeah, I was just kind of hoping that we wouldn't see a caution there because I know I had about 5 seconds on the guy behind me. And I figured I wasn't going to be able to pass Patrick the way he was running tonight. So yeah, just putting it up top and happy to come home with second.
Absolutely, you kept it off from going down over the hill. You got anybody to thank?
Yeah, I got to thank my parents and grandparents for watching and supporting. All the guys, the Christ Sim Racing team. I got to thank Preston and Epsilon Sprint Wraps and Andy at A&J Custom Creations. And I got to give a shout out to Galen's Gourmet Popcorn. They got some of the best popcorn out there, and you can check them out at their website. And don't forget to use code CART for 15% off of your purchase. And I got to thank you guys for putting this on.
There you have it, folks. In the number 20, second place, Blake Chapman.
Absolutely, and did an awesome job at it, too. Well, we'll bring the winner up here. Let's get a word with it. Patrick.
Hey, Patrick, you got a copy on me?
Yep, gotcha.
Well, man, you looked smooth up on the top side cushion around Lernerville. Talk us through how you're able to do it.
Yeah, it's probably the track I had the most laps around. Favorite track to run. Yeah, it's nice when you get into a rhythm and there's not a caution flag every other lap. So just getting a rhythm and hitting the marks each lap and avoiding the lap traffic there in the last lap.
Absolutely. Well, man, you did an outstanding job here. You got anybody to thank?
Yep, just you and Joe as always for the awesome broadcast. Roger run the league, Triangles Racing, Dude XM Designs, and Dad Uncle back home watching.
Yeah, folks, your race winner in the 39, Patrick Spangler.
Old Joe Moose. Joe, wait, Booze, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you was able to hang on to third, man. How you feeling here at Lernerville?
It's I'm feeling tired because running that top takes a lot out of you, but I'm feeling good with that third.
Well, you know, like you said, man, out here I always say you learn that there's no walls. You got to stay off those top sides. You get in a little trouble, but look good. Came on third. You got anybody want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Fast Eddie's Hot Rods, Main Street Auto, all my GKM teammates, Jake, Cody, and John, and Eddie. You for a great broadcast, and Coast to Coast for an amazing league to race in.
There you go. That's Joe Moose, man, looking strong. Folks, don't go anywhere. We got the bad boy 410 wing sprints coming up here after this. We'll be right back. All right, folks, here we go. We got the 410 wing sprints here tonight. Hometown Heroes. Lernersville style here. We've learned, man, tonight. It's not been too treacherous tonight. Not too many guys have went off the side of the track here, Court.
Yeah, we finally had a Roger Craig go off the side, and then we had, what was it, Gary Taylor and Steve Bixler there go off to the side once in the 305.
Not too bad. Getting set here to go, man, for our Heat Race 1 here tonight.
They still be running the practice session here, and they might not shove it live until 8:15, so.
Yeah, it might be. Let them watch the practice.
We're also on my trading paints to download. It's at 90%.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It was alright in the 305, and then 360, it's like, I'm going to be slow.
Hey, well, it happens sometimes.
Cursed it, Joe.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's been Spangler's night so far, man.
Yes, it has. Spangler winning both 305 and the 360 division. I'm going to try to go for the night sweep here at Lernerville. First time this season. Where are we on? Week 9? Week 9 here. After tonight, we only have 3 more weeks.
No, closing out on the season quick.
I know. And do you know where we're at for the asphalt here tonight for the Busch cars?
I think you said Martinsville, didn't you?
And we are at Martinsville. It's slated to be 100 laps, but we'll see what they set it at. I come to realize I don't trust their scheduling because they've changed the lap count a couple of times.
Yeah, they don't do a lot. I mean, you know, they're little small races.
Uh-huh. Still 100 laps at Martinsville. That ain't too bad here tonight.
Nah, they go by quick.
Is it
We doing this thing to switch over here, folks. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Check out C2CRL.com. Get you up to speed on the Coast2Coast Racing League. Everything that's happening in the weeks to come. We're here at Lernersville tonight. Hometown Heroes will be back to Cedar Lake next week. Switch it off a little bit here between the two tracks. It's been a good one so far. It's been all Patrick Spangler right now.
Let's look at the points here while we're waiting. Patrick Spangler, top of the board on the points, 455 coming into the night over Kevin Fry with 403.
Nice. That'll
Blake
help him out,
Chapman in the
definitely.
third. Yeah.
That definitely will help him out there points-wise.
Yeah, absolutely. Spangler also came in tonight, point leader in the 305, and actually Brian Moore Sr. is his point leader in the 360 division, so shout out to him. Looks like they have actually updated the 360, so yeah, Patrick Spangler 305 point leader and senior 360 as we head over on to heat race number 1, Joe.
True. 410s, man, right now, but looks like we're going to swing it over here to Heat Race 1. Flatline Racing Bodies Heat Race number 1. Let's see what we got grid-wise. Steve Bixler, Joe Moose, Jeffrey Kemper started 3rd, Andy Patton 4th, Gavin Chatham 5th, Tyler Wilson, new name, 6th, Preston Kramer up at 7th, Blake Chapman. Good peel draw on that one.
We've seen Wilson before.
Well, been a while, I guess.
Yeah. He's showed up a couple of times at Kern County. Okay. Take my word for it, Joe. Just take my word. All right, the mayor versus the moose.
Yeah, okay. He's gonna he's gonna put an executive decision order, man. Take out all mooses.
It sounds like a Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah.
Got Kemper there and Patton. Gonna be a good one here in the 410s. Big boys. Pace truck is pulled off. We're about to see the green flag first time for the 410s with the sun going down, and here we go.
That is. Bixler, man, gets to jump out front. Moose right there with him. Kemper Patton. Oh, Kemper in trouble. We see the wheelies in the back. Brandler.
Absolutely trouble for
Ceremonial
Kemper.
wheelie there for us.
Still trouble getting a little bit of contact there. He's going to drop all the way to the back of the field and might be a little bit broke shock on the right side somewhere as he is falling all the way back to the 8th spot right now, though. The Moose Man out at the front. Here comes Blake Chapman. He's trying to move himself all the way up to the 2nd spot. He's starting in the 8th position. Wow. And look behind him. Here comes Tyler Wilson looking on the outside. Wilson gonna have to slot in behind Blake Chapman. That's right. Put the little volleyball out there.
Gotta love it, man. I tell you what, Chapman, man, is something else. Came out of nowhere.
Yes, he did. He'd like to probably get one more spot and maybe even try to get up to the Moose Man, but Moose Man gonna see the white flag with Andy Patton in second. Here comes Chapman on the inside of Patton, gonna pull the slider down in turn 1. I'm not sure Chapman might have enough for Moose. Not quite, unless Moose makes a mistake as he sees the checkered flag. Moose with the heat race win. Chapman second, and Patton going to hold on to 3rd there with a little bit of contact from Wilson after the line.
Well, that'll put us over here to Heat Race 3. Top Notch Trucking to the grid. We got Patrick Spangler going to be out front in this one. Jeffrey Barker there in 2nd. Kevin Fry in 3rd. Randy Shreve starting 4th. We got Dean Reynolds up in 5th. Gary Taylor 6th. And Bob DeGood there in the 7th place spot. A wild heat race, that last one.
Absolutely good racing there. It was fun to see Chapman come all the way from the back to 2nd place. Sets him up good for the feature. Now he's going to get the outside line set up. Patrick Spangler can win this. He'll start 2nd place. Look at that. A little wheelie from new car, man. Jeffrey Barker. Wheelies. Absolutely.
Spangler has made it 2 for 2. Can he make it 3 for 3?
Going to be tough here. I mean, the track just isn't slicking up on the top side to where drivers might venture down towards the bottom side. But, you know, he was strong on the high side in 360s. Maybe he'll be fine here in the 410 as he gets a good launch out front. Kevin Fry going to try to make it his way up to the 2nd place. He does. And Kevin Fry, he's strong in the Kubota-looking paint job car.
Yeah, I always like to see that, man, the tractor mobile out there. Barker's got Shreves behind him, though. Brian Spangler got a little breathing room right now for the moment, while still Barker and Shreves, they're at each other.
Yes, they are. Shreves running a little bit below where the top side is right now, just keeping it safe. Do not want to go over the edge. Put yourself in a bad starting spot for the feature event. It's going to pull away a little bit from Jeffrey Barker's. Barker got a little loose there. Dean Reynolds up to the 4th spot, and we got a little bit of meeting going on down in turn 1 and 2. Gary Taylor and Bob DeGood, they had a nice meeting there, and DeGood is missing.
Huh?
Absolutely. Here comes Patrick Spangler. We're going to put DeGood a lap down as DeGood's probably going to take that car to pit side. I am probably down to the boot.
Oh, man.
Last time out of turn number 4 for Patrick Spangler. He'll pick up heat number 2, win Fry 2nd, Shreves 3rd, and Reynolds in 4th.
Good heat race. What a good one. Spangler's still on a tear here tonight, Lernersville. Should put us in the warm-up here. Yep. We'll be right back here in a few, folks.
How about the reverse for Lucy Olsen? She has has her first point.
Yeah, Lucy Olson, talented sophomore.
All right, here we go. We're going to get set here for the catalytic recovery starting lineup here. Feature time here for the 410 wing sprint. Out front, Joe Moose. Patrick Spangler starts at second. We got Blake Chapman there in third. Kevin Fry fourth. Andy Patton in fifth. Randy Shreve sixth. We got Tyler Wilson there in seventh. Dean Reynolds starting eighth. Stephen Bixler ninth. Jeffrey Barker, he's going to be up in 10th. We got Gavin Chatham, he's going to be 11th. Bob DeGood, 12th. Jeffrey Kemper, 13th. Gary Taylor, 14th. And Preston Cranmer, he's going to be in the 15th place spot. So, what do you think here, Corey? You think Moose can hold him off? You think Spangler's going to get 3 for 3? Or do you think Chapman's going to say, look, you know what, I'm breaking this streak here. I need a win.
I mean, Spangler's hungry for a sweep here tonight at Lernerville. Probably would have loved to do it. Has not done it in a while. Who was the last? I feel like Chapman was the last one that did a nightly sweep. And that was back maybe Eldora.
Yeah. Did he do Kern County?
I don't think anybody swept the night on Kern County, but I feel like maybe Chapman did it back at Eldora.
I hope so, yeah. Well, Spangler, you do it. Win here. Get set to go green.
Yes, we are. Going to be a good one here. After this, we got the Busch cars coming up at Martinsville.
Short track racing. Short track here on the dirt, short track on the asphalt.
Just slightly bigger than here. A little bit. Not a whole lot.
Just a little bit.
Green, green, green.
Here we go.
Bigger
He's going to
cars
get
too,
the
by the way.
launch. Look at this. Spangler gets a good launch as well as the Moose Man. Moose Man going to take over the early lead, but here comes Spangler. I don't know. Spangler going to cut through the middle. Blake Chapman down on the bottom. He's like, yeah, you two fight it out. I'm going to try to walk away here. The Kubota got up into the Moose, and the Moose is going to go upside down and lose the top wing. Oh.
Dead Moose, man, lost his antlers. Let's go back and watch the replay here, see what happened. They were 3 wide, like you said up front, got up there in the top. Oh, man, yeah, Kevin got the back end of the tire from there. It slowed him up. Next thing you know, somebody ran over the Moose, and he was done. Chapman says, I'm out front. I'm taking this one home. I'm breaking that streak tonight.
Yes, he is. Luckily for him, scored up in the race lead. Patrick Spangler still scored in the second. But I don't know, Chapman... Chapman, he wants to finish in the first spot instead of second to Spangler tonight.
Yeah. He started running in that in the tire tracks of him.
Yeah, he is.
Got Chapman, Spangler, Patton, Shreves. Wow, I wasn't here at Lernersville. Learned anything, Corey?
Have you learned anything, Joseph?
Yeah. I learned where
you
Lernersville with the 410s. There's some knowledge on you. Tough to do with Corey, man, because no knowledge on him. Now those wood guys, man, you watch out for them. He falls asleep like that too.
No, I don't fall asleep. I'm not falling
asleep. He loses
asleep.
Concentration.
I do.
Got that ADH. I don't know what it's called.
Do.
Yeah. Green flags.
There
Spangler. Chapman. Well, Spangler spun the tires trying to get around, so it's not over with. But now what does Spangler do? He's not been in this position most of the night. What does he do to try to capitalize and get back? He's been utilizing that top lane. We're not seeing really anybody be able to get it done on the bottom here tonight, so we'll have to see. And meanwhile, in the back, we got cars everywhere. No caution yet as Barker's off the track. He gets spun around in time, and that's going to caution if he just keeps sitting there. And it will. Fixler, thank you. I mean, and maybe if he would have spun the car around like Barker did, probably would have got it, but
I don't think he can turn to the left.
No,
he can't. He's going off the racetrack.
Okay, so is that pit lane over there?
That is not pit lane.
Okay, so here's my theory on this one. If you can't turn the car and it's broke, why not just tow it?
And we're gonna.
Yeah, that would have avoided that, and it would have avoided us going under caution. And at this point, it just seems like the mayor should have just towed the car and been done with it. Yeah, because I think that's kind of how.
I think he might make it. Is he gonna make? And there goes the guardrail. Okay.
And I think if he ends up towing this thing after all.
Well, no, he don't have a choice. He's stuck in a guard.
Well, and a lot of unavoidables right here. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna bring it up. I know I'm probably gonna get flack over it or whatnot. You know, Joe, what are you doing? But yeah.
As a race control, I mean, I would have been on the radio yelling at the driver.
I'm still seeing him here spin his tires back and forth trying to get it going, but
just tow by now. I mean, the lights are off on the pace truck, so you're gonna go lap down here.
Oh yeah.
Spangler versus Chapman.
He towed it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Back at it again. Here we go. Green flag.
Green flag.
Chapman gets that good jump. Spangler this time says, you know what? Maybe if I get out front right off. And he does. He throws a huge slide job, and as long as he can keep the momentum, he might have it. But Blake goes right back on the inside. That's the problem here, is you might get that huge slide job, but the guy behind you is able to get back, swinging back around you.
Yeah, you're definitely able to pull the slider, but then the crossback is definitely invitable. And right now, I mean, Spangler maybe not be able to get the crossback here out of turn number 4. No, he isn't. Blake Chapman out front right now. Just got to be nice and smooth around the high side lip. We got a car off the track on the back straight. That's the Moose Man. He's down there fishing with Roger Craig, but we are staying green here for now.
He got back up on the track safe, so that was good. Meanwhile, up front, like you said, these two guys going at it. Man, he is right there on that cush bar. Here comes Spangler, slide job city on the inside. He's able to make it stick. Never mind.
Oh, my!
Chapman got into the back of him. That's going to leave the door wide open for Wilson. He throws his balls on in there and sees what he's got.
Yes, he does. Tyler Wilson going to try to capitalize here. Can he pull the slider off? Not going to be able to get it done here in turn 4. We got less than 10 to go. Maybe
did that
turn 1
hurt the
hits
car?
the grass.
The thing about this, did it hurt the car? Chapman, when he hit pretty hard and came down. If it hurt that front end, so far it looks good. But it definitely slowed him up, and now we went from a 2-car race to a 3-car race.
Absolutely, you got Wilson down there catfishing around on the grass side in 1 and 2, and then you got Chapman still up on the high side. Spangler there right behind. I don't know. Maybe both of them are hurting a little bit at some point, but definitely able to keep the momentum built up on the high side. I'd be afraid to try the bottom like Wilson's doing. Wilson right now, he's just hoping he can get a clearing on a
the bad thing
slider.
is it's hurting Spangler more than anything here, I think, because Spangler can't put that slide job on as long as Wilson's right there beside of him.
Yeah, he can't send it in as deep as he probably would like to on a slider down into the corner. He's got to hope for Chapman to make a little bit of a mistake here, and I don't foresee Chapman making a mistake up top like he is running.
Now.
Spangler
did a little bit. Uh-oh. Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you what, that could have been disastrous early on in the race. Chapman almost getting into it. Not sure if it hurt those cars or not. Even Chapman looks pretty strong right now with Spangler. Wilson's falling back. Shreve's back here with him. The battle around 8th and 9th.
And battle's still up at the front, though. I mean, Spangler caught up and gets into the wall again. He caught up and then he got in the wall. Maybe a little dirty air. And caution with
Kevin Fry.
Patton.
See what happens, man. The Kubota machine. Oh, just got in the wall. Pops it. And then falls over.
You fall over.
Yes. Well, let's give a little breathing, man, for Chapman and Spangler up front here.
Yeah, just gotta wonder what's going through Spangler's mind. I mean, he's smacked the wall a couple of times. Has it hurt the right side at all? Can he still run on the bottom? Maybe the right... I'm seeing maybe a little bit of right front skewed in. Other than that, everything looks A-okay that we can see. Chapman, about the same situation. Wilson, obviously, with the cleaner car. If Wilson can get a good launch here on the green flag, he has the opportunity to steal away a win. And don't count out Randy Shreves there in 4th. The lights have been shut off on the pace truck. Should be heading off over the hill here. Yes, it is. It's going to head off down over turn number 3.
All right, Chapman. Yeah, you're right.
Going to start on the bottom. We usually don't see a bottom side start like we just did, but Chapman did it. Spangler, he's going to try to do something here in the last closing laps. 2 to go. He's going to pull the dive bomb down in 3. A white flag. Got a stick here, but Chapman with the crossover down in 1 and 2. Can Chapman stick it up on top side, or can Spangler? Wow, Spangler Drag race, short little drag race,
you
Spangler.
kidding?
Got it.
What? That was beautiful, Corey.
Yeah, well,
That was awesome, man. Awesome. Wow. And Chapman's probably going, how did that happen?
probably the shortest drag race in the history of dirt racing, because that flag stand is right there at the exit 4.
And normally we've seen all night, whoever comes off 4 holds on to it.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a good race, though. That was a good. Spangler pulls off. Guess what? 3 factor.
Yeah, the Lernerville sweep.
Does. Bring up old Patrick. Let's get a word with him.
Hey, Patrick, you got a copy on me?
Yep, gotcha.
Well, looks like you had to work for the sweep here at Lernerville tonight, but you put it up in victory lane. Talk us through it.
Yeah, started second there, thought it was going to be good, and then Blake slid us both in 1 and 2, and then I was playing catch up, and then Tyler was below me there. He was making the bottom work somehow. Hats off to him. I don't know how he was doing that. And then slider battle, and every time I would get close to Blake, I'd tap the front stretch wall and lose the 2 or 3 tenths. I'd reel him back in, and then just able to hold on and then power back past him at the turn 4 there.
I was seeing you and Blake. You made contact on the front straightaway, and we thought for sure both of your cars was going to be a hurt. Was they hurt at all?
I don't think so. My rear tires got stuck in the slick there, and I couldn't get out of the way, and he hit the wall coming out of 4, and his car didn't react, he said. So just unfortunate. We race each other super clean. I'm just racing and saying no big deal. But I was glad we were able to keep it going and have that pretty cool battle there for about 12 laps.
Absolutely. Well, man, you did an outstanding job here with the sweep. You got anybody to thank?
Yeah, just you and Joe for the awesome broadcast each week. Rod for running the league and picking Lernerville to be one of the 2 tracks we swapped to, and Tyler for racing clean and teammate there, and then Dad Uncle back on watching.
Yeah, folks, your race winner, number 39, Patrick Spangler.
Yeah, it is. Let's bring up Wilson up here. Let's get a word with him.
Hey, Tyler, you get a copy on me? Well, man, you came from whoever knows where, an island out there with your volleyballs. Talk us through that race.
Tyler, you there?
He's talking to you.
Can you guys hear me?
There you go.
I
Got
can
you
hear
now.
you.
Okay. What was up?
But yeah, I just kind of had some lucky fortune there. Got up to about 4th. Made a pass there, and the bottom was there for about 5 laps. I was able to hang with him there on the bottom. I'd give up some ground in 1 and 2, gain it back in 3 and 4. But then finally, just that bottom went away just a little bit where the top was the place to be. And once I got up there, I couldn't hang with Blake and Patrick, so they were able to pull away there. But we held on for 3rd.
Absolutely good 3rd place here at Lernerville. You got anybody to thank?
Just you guys here for the broadcast. Roger for putting this league on. It seems to, this league's really grown a lot, especially with the asphalt side coming on. So I'm sure it's a headache just kind of running, multiple league races every single night. So definitely props to him and the team at Coast to Coast. And all the guys at Training Wheel. Congrats to Patrick on the win. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, folks, in the 042 Tyler Wilson.
Heck yeah, throwing it up there. But this guy here, man, tried to get it done. Blake Chapman, join the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Well, you held the lead up there most of the race. Now, I got to ask, when you got that contact, did it hurt the car any?
Yeah, I think it did a little bit, but I think that was my own fault there. I just hit the cushion wrong and couldn't get the car turned fast enough and got into Patrick there. But yeah, I felt like I was just kind of holding on there at the end. I knew Patrick was faster, and I don't know if I wanted to see that caution or not, but it came out. I was thinking about going to the bottom, but just decided to stick with the top side because I thought it was working, and sent a kind of a Hail Mary there at the very end and sent it a little too hard. Got over the cushion just a little bit too much. But yeah, Patrick just ran a really good race. Congrats to him on the win.
Well, like Corey said, the shortest drag race in history, I think, here in dirt, but they would hang on there the seconds. Got anybody want to thank?
Yep, just the same people as always. Got to thank the family for watching and supporting, and the guys at the Krite Sim Racing team, and Preston at Epsilon Sprint Wraps, and Andy and AJ Custom Creations, and Galen's Gourmet Popcorn. You can head over to their website and check them out. And don't forget to use code CART at checkout for 15% off of your purchase. And I got to thank you guys for putting this broadcast on.
Go Blake Chapman, folks. Don't go anywhere. We got some asphalt racing coming at Martinsville. We'll be right back here in a few. All right, folks, here we go. Got the Xfinity cars here, Martinsville style. These guys have got short tracking in here tonight, Court.
Yeah, we are at Martinsville. Gonna run through the qualifying first, and then we got 100 laps slated for tonight. 15 cars have showed up, and okay, we got 14 in the server. So 14 cars for 100 laps around the little half-mile flat track. Kind of drives like a little road course here. We're gonna see who can set it up on the pole tonight. Quickest in the practice was Brady Floyd and Carson Burrows. See if they can replicate these lap times here in their qualifying runs. First lap time for Carson Burrows, it's gonna clock in at a 19.901. And he'll call it quits and just take one lap here.
Yeah.
Can Lance Ripka improve? He does. Lance Ripka top of the board with a 19.810.
Hey, Ripka's going for that championship this year. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, he's coming into tonight 606 points and fourth. But your point leader, Daniel Blau, of 690 points. I'm not sure how many points you can earn a race. He's got a little bit of catching up to do. Blau's been here every race. He's been in every. Actually,
Where's he at? That's what I said.
He is. He's not yet qualified yet. He's. If you look on it, he's underneath Craig on your SDK.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Get notes. Out tonight. Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Like, good play tonight.
No, Brady Floyd, he's not allowed to qualify here tonight.
Oh. Bad boys.
And Greg Boydell, if they were even here.
Okay. The Martinsville, exciting track, man. It's flat. Kind of flat. They got a little banking in the turns. Not much, but one thing we don't talk a lot about when we come to oval, brake fade. I don't know if 100 laps is enough that they'll see a lot of it. I mean, if you were running like a massive amount. But, I mean, you can because you're hard on the brakes here. You know, we talk about a lot there, Corey, about pedals and sim racing. Here's where pedals really could actually make you faster at a track like this because you rely on that brake a lot. And I remember when I ran this track, I ran about 500 laps here just to get my brake pedal, my load cell, to where I mashed it that I wasn't chattering the front tires. I was doing trucks. So, I mean, I don't know if you've done anything like that, but to me, that right there is just, that's some of the things you got to do in order to get it right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to be easy on the brakes and not overcook them, ever slide them down into the corner and burn up your tires as well. Doing that is so. I mean, you know, you got to be easy.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and that's the thing too. I mean, it was like I had to, you know, Al was pressing and getting on the, you know, everybody's different brake wise. You know, some guys a little harder brakes going in, some a little softer. And I just wanted to get it to where the pressure that I was putting on my brakes, that the front end of the truck felt like it was, I wanted to get that out of it. And so I kept adjusting a little bit on, you know, kind of the pressure of the brake and the sensitivity. There's a little setting in our 2 and iRacing could do. Sensitivity of it to where I got it to where I could put the amount of pressure I wanted, still stop good, and not have that, you know, chatter going into the turn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really race here now, so I can't really talk about it.
But you do a lot of short racing. I mean,
I do street stocks.
The brake
pedal on a street stock, Joe, is the guy in front of you.
Oh, I got you. All right, well, all right.
Ah,
He does demo derby. I mean, I'm over here trying to race. Okay, I hear you. Oh, Corey. Look at the grid real quick. Catalytic recovery. Lance Ripke going to be the man starting out front. Cody Graham there in second. Carson Burrows third. Lewis Meglin starting fourth. Cullen Johnson sixth or fifth. Kyle Mooner starting sixth. Roland Olson there in seventh. Joe Moose starting eighth. Jeffrey Kemper ninth. Joe Canellis in 10th. Andrew Cooper Smith there in 11th. Roger Craig 12th. Brady Floyd 13th. Daniel Blau starting 14th. Preston Kramer 15th. I mean, again, here, you know, bump and run. We do talk about the bump and run. It is short track racing. Everybody has different braking points. It's just a tough track. One thing, though, is it's tough to pass. And if you get caught on that outside, it's usually doomsday.
yeah, if you're on the outside here, you got to find a hole to get down to the bottom as soon as you possibly can. If not, you're going to start dropping back more spots than you'd probably like. So expect for the outside line to try to move down. Maybe even the front spot guy in second would maybe try to get a jump on the leader and get down in front of him coming out of turn 2 or even turn 4.
All right. I'm here doing some asphalt racing here tonight for the hometown heroes. So what does Ripke got to do? He's got 4 wins, 6 starts. About 80 points back.
Yeah.
I mean, I think here's the only reason I think Blau and all them are in front of him is because they got that one race. Is there a drop week, though?
There might be a drop week, but that has not been accounted
That's
for.
what I'm saying. So if that calculates in, then Blau, Johnson, Meglin, once the drop week happens, wouldn't it put them back in line with Ripke, Graham, and all them?
I don't think drop week has been accounted for yet.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Right now, Ripke and Graham have 6 starts. Tonight would be 7.
Yeah. I mean, it might help them out.
Blau, Johnson, Meglin have 7 starts. Tonight would be 8. But if you take away one of those starts, they would be even.
And
right?
we're already crashing here on the green flag. Big one.
Man. Go and watch what happened on the Malcolm Mills here as we got our start. Joe Moose got involved with that one. Roland Olson right there. Watch the Malcolm Mills replay. Oh, spun the tires in front, and then it's just kind of a junkyard on the front strip. And that's easy to do. Spin the tires. Don't talk about it a lot, but it happens.
Absolutely. Just a little bit of a spin the tire situation, and a couple of wrecked race cars. They're going to have to come in and get those automobiles fixated. They do all have one quick fix here, but luckily for the drivers tonight, I mean, it's a short track. You don't really need the aerodynamics, and I don't know, is it going to trap a couple of them here to where they aren't going to be able to go down pit road without going a lap down because they have them between the pace car and the leader. Some of them may not be able to fix their car, and like Lewis Meglin, he's got a meatball flag. I don't know if you're Meglin, I would have just went in and went the lap down, hope for a quick yellow to get your lucky dog. So otherwise, you're still going to have to come down pit road under green flag condition and go even more laps down, taking your quick fix.
Yeah.
Let's see if he elects to come in here on the last moment, or what they do to help them out here. They may allow these cars that are trapped between leader and pace car to come in anyways. Megalon, he's just going to take the L and come down and get one quick fix done and head back out one lap down. The rest of them, they're going to get waved on around the pace car.
All right, get set, go back green.
Well, not quite yet, Joe. Pace car is still out there with its lights on.
Cody and Ripka doing what they need to do.
Yeah, and luckily for Cody, he was able to just edge out ahead of Lance Ripka, get scored up into the race lead. So he'll have election here on where he wants to start the field. I'd say more than likely bottom, and he does choose the bottom groove.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see too many people that take high side.
I don't think you will. Unless it's teammates and they tell each other just let the other down. That's about it.
All right, lights off on the pace car. We're getting set. Go back here. This is 22. Restart. Yellows and green flag here tonight. Here's Ram, Ripka, Burrows, Johnson, Olsen. Green flag.
And they are off and a little bit slow for a couple cars towards the middle of the field there. Olsen and Johnson. Here comes Kyle Moonin in the 24 car, going to try to dive it down into Roland Olsen. Olsen going to get to the high side here, coming out of turn number 4. It's a battle for the
Roland doing good. He's
spot.
going to win a race before it's over with.
He is going to win a race.
Oh, he been picking it up. I'm actually say, he's one of the improves here in the Xfinity Series this year. He needs to bring it down. Looks like the car's a little tight right now.
Could just be tight on the short run here, or to the long run. Oh, Johnson onto the apron there, onto the curbing. Bounces up into Olsen. Olsen still dropping off a couple of spots here, maybe trying to get the feel for the car and feel for the handling, try to maybe loosen it up if you roll the brake bias down.
And that's what we was talking about earlier. You get caught on the outside. Not a lot you can do here at this track. It's back and oh, well, then he runs into the side of
Canellis and
then
still no caution. No caution yet. Okay. We've been here before with the snow caution.
Yeah, that's a short track thing, I think, on iRacing. It's like
it's a Martinsville curse. Cooper Smith going to have a meatball.
I think you might need to just take that thing on in the pits because it's done.
Yeah, he's got a meatball flag right now. He's going to try to limp it around
He's
here.
lost his whole front end.
Well, yeah, I know that.
I'm talking about a meatball. That thing looks like a bunch of spaghetti.
Here he comes. He's going to make it safely down into the pit road lane.
Woo.
Between the yellow cones.
That looks like mashed potatoes, green. Man, right there. Holy cow. Still Cody Graham leading it. Burrows, Ripka there in second. Moonin holding forward. They're single file.
I gotta say, my trading paints isn't loading, so all I see is the yellow paint for Cody Graham. And actually, I kind of like the yellow paint design that he's got going on.
Hey, nice paint. He's still got his GKM out there.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But on my eyes, it's a yellow paint that looks pretty good for an iRacing default paint.
The tricky track here, man, I'm gonna tell you, in Martinsville, because the braking and all that you have to do, it's easy to run up on somebody.
Yeah, I figured maybe you would like this kind of a racetrack. The corners kind of handle like a road course.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, there's some tracks that you always think, I'm just not going to do very good at. I've actually done very well at Martinsville. Gateway is another one. And for some reason, it's because I guess it's the mentality when you come into this place, you're cautious and you're trying to avoid wrecks. And that's the thing. I mean, right now, we're on a pretty good long green flag run. But if you kind of just come in here like what you just said, like a road race, run the track. And, you know, 9 times out of 10, you might come out of here with a pretty good finish.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you be patient, not burn your brakes up, not burn your tire up, and make a couple of moves late in the run on the guys that are a little bit tight.
Yeah. Ooh, kicked it right there, went in just a little hard, probably got a little bit of brake, and that's what I'm talking about, you know, guys, just overdrive, and you're just out there minding your own business, like Colin here, Johnson, able to take that spot, and I will never forget the race I did at Gateway. It was kind of the same. We started way back in the back, like 30th, and I ended up finishing in like 10th in that race because, you know, we avoided the wrecks. We just minded our own business throughout the race, and you know, just picked them off. And that's kind of how you have to do it here a little bit, unless you're just blazing fast, confident, fast coming in. But if you you know, let's say lack a little bit, and you're like, I don't know, it's track, you know, kind of, you know, step out and bite me, not very good here. They come in and just try to avoid the wrecks, take it easy, and usually you're going to come out here with a pretty good finish.
Yeah. Right now, I mean, pretty good long green flag run already, a fifth of the way through this race on lap 21. Cody Graham looking at lap car, Roland Olson right there in front of him after Olson got stuck up on the outside and got a little bit of damage from the contact with Joe Canels early in the race.
You know, and I talk about that on the flip side there, Corey. If you are out here, so say like we're Roland and all them are, we're Roland and Craig is, and you're still, let's say, making mistakes, mental mistakes, then maybe just that's where you have to kind of like, okay, I need to calm down, see what I need to do on the track. Because you're out here racing just a track. Cody, man, right now is going to come around.
And he gets
Cody
around
Graham
Bolton.
needs a good run here tonight.
Yes, he does. And another thing, pit stops are winner. I mean, looking at what it tells me on iRacing, at least it says 72 laps. So, I mean, we had the caution, but that still ain't going to put him in the window of making it all the way to the end. I don't even know when you would come in as late as you possibly can, I'd guess.
Lap 60?
60 maybe? I mean, maybe even... I mean, it's so hard because you never know when that caution's going to come out. You come in under green here, you're going to go down a good 2, maybe 3 laps behind the leader. I mean... And that might help. Okay, never mind. Roger Craig got a little bit up on the berm and half spun. He's going to keep it straight.
A little tire smoke coming out of Olsen. And that right there showed you, man, a little bit of brake, hard braking. Roger's struggling just a little bit.
He's hitting the curb.
Yeah, there's a curb down there. Adjust it.
And just don't hit the curb, Roger. That's
the
only thing you got to avoid.
A curb down there, Roger. Yeah. Oh, listen to Corey. We're trying to show you how to drive.
Got a good little battle here for top 3. Brady Floyd on the back bumper. Burrows, remember Floyd, he had to start shotgun on the field.
Floyd.
Okay, I'm not saying it like that, but look at this. He's on the inside of Burris right now. They got the lap car of Olsen, and low slider.
Bad job.
Was that a slider or not?
Bad job. Made a stick.
No, and he gets bumped from behind by Burrows. Burrows did not like the slide job that was pulled on him, but Brady Floyd up to the 3rd spot. That was a good little move right there. He's definitely our Charger, up 10 spots. Oh, and Olsen sideways. This might be the caution. Yep.
Yeah. Olin Olsen.
Backing up. Gets turned around.
Just lost it coming out of the turn. Watch him one more time here. Yeah, he got looks like he just got back on the gas just a little bit too soon, and that's easy to do at this track too. We don't, we talk about stuff here at this track. Coming off the turns a little bit, you got it, still be easy coming off the turns with that throttle. Now you talk about pit stops, yeah. Pit now, be able to make it all. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, right now they can make it all the way. If it's true that they get 70 laps, I mean, you definitely wouldn't want to come in after this.
Oh, yeah. 4 tires and fuel it. Good race so far, though.
Yeah, it has. Good little Martinsville race. We're going to see a good restart here, see where everybody comes out at. And
Johnson, he took 2 tires.
Did he?
I don't know if that's going to work here at this track or not.
I don't know how well. I don't know. 2 tires.
We're stuck on the outside. That's the bad part.
And Kemper and Canellis staying out. He's still going to be outside.
Yeah.
I like the idea, though.
Yeah. We'll have to see how it plays out. I mean,
I don't know about the idea of staying out, though. I mean,
yeah, now that way, I'm with you on that one. I don't know. That's because here's the thing. I don't think your tires matter here, okay, yes. But track position.
it ain't even either of those.
Yeah, I think track position could matter if, let's say Kemper stayed out and 6 other cars stayed out too. And it's only, let's say, 5 laps to go, something like that. But with what we're sitting at right now, no, I think you're going to see Graham and them. Now, with that said, Graham still has to be careful because it's a hard place to pass.
I mean, not only that. I mean, like, they gotta go all the way to the end. I don't think fuel is gonna be there for them. Fuel is already around maybe 75 laps at most, so they're gonna need more caution to save more fuel than what they've already saved.
If anything, their game plan might be thinking, oh well, we'll get newer tires, we'll be fat. And this place is so tough to pass, even if you've got newer tires. Let's say later on, caution comes in, and you pit, you get later tires. And let's say you've got 30, 40 lap newer tires. At a place like this, I don't think it makes that huge of a difference because you're going to be marred back in 9th or 10th place spot. And you're going to have to come through so many different cars that it's going to be very tough to do. I'd say it plays out for him. Got Lucy Olsen green flag racing back here, and you go see Cody Graham make short work there of Canellis because he's just going to get stuck on the outside. Kemper's going to be the one out front that going to have to just pass. And see Johnson, man, gets knocked back to the back of those 2 tires.
Canellis in the back end of Graham.
Wow. Took him out.
You're going to slide all in.
I know Graham's going to be hot on that one. Let's go back and watch again. Yeah, Canellis just overdrove the turn and took him out.
Wow.
Yeah. Just, that's a product of Canellis just overdrove the turn.
Yeah, and unfortunate for Brady Floyd, he is going to have a meatball flag. He's going to have to pull that car down in the pit road. It's smoking right
Staying
now.
out.
Wiggins Floyd.
Took him out, man, just like that. Wow.
Wow.
The other drivers, man, got involved. That's gonna hurt. I don't really know what to say on that. If I was race control on that one, I'd be like, I don't know. You know, you stayed out. You were on old tires. You were getting passed like crazy. Canell stay out?
Yeah, Canell stayed out.
That's what they, and he was getting passed, and then just drove it in that turn. I mean, I get it last lap, but not at what lap? 40?
30, like 32.
Yeah, it's like tough break for Graham. That's all I can say. Tough one. And that's why we was talking earlier. You've got to give and take at this place. You'll let it get fanned out a little bit, and then start taking them one by one. It's not I guess you can be aggressive, can get up there, you know, do some bumping and stuff. I mean, I'm an advocate for the bump and run. I'll be honest with you, a little side by side door banging, but the bumping. I don't like to see a guy just drive it up in there and just wreck a guy, or hit him hard. You know, last lap, little aggression, sure. Middle of the race, you got to give and take a little. Give and take.
Yeah, you absolutely got to give and take here around early on in the early half of the race.
I mean, Graham's still got time to get back. Not too bad. He's back in 7th. He's got a car. But this is where I was talking about earlier. I can't. But this is what I was talking about earlier, Corey, about he's going to have to be patient. Too aggressive, he could get himself in trouble. Obviously, he has to avoid any mess in front of him. But we'll have to see. Like I said, the good thing is he's not too far off, so he'll be able to bounce back here. Race car's in. It's your 22 restart. Lucy Olsen, green flag. We're back racing.
Yes, we are in Kemper with a good launch here. That's probably what's going to save him for a few laps at least until cars get behind him and start pressuring him into moving up out of the way. Lance Ripka right there in second. Your point leader, Daniel Blau, riding in the third position.
Well, watch what Ripka does here. Ripka knows he's probably on those older tires. It's a tough place to pass. Ripka's got those well newer tires. He's just sitting back there biding his time. He knows he can pass Kemper, and he's going to be able to make this pass, but he wants to make it safely. And you see him right there. He probably could have drove it in that turn, but why? He knows he's in the inside. He's got the preferred line. He's going to make this pass, so there's no need to drive it in, maybe get your car pushing, get yourself in trouble, get in a wreck, and you see right there he makes the pass clean.
Yeah, you made that pass nice and cleanly. Now with Daniel Blau, your point leader, looking to do the same thing as what Ripka did, but he's got to make it a little bit quick if he wants to stay with Ripka later on in the race. If we do go caution-free all the way to the end, don't want to spend too much time behind Kemper.
What'll happen there, Corey, too, when you're talking about Kemper, I mean, there's not a lot that Blau can do besides maybe bump him a little bit. He's going to wait to Kemper till that car starts getting tight, and after a while, it will get tight and start pushing at the track. You have a harder time holding on to it. And Blau, with those newer tires, he's going to capitalize on that. Right now, he's playing it patient, just right there behind him, riding. He Burrows, Floyd, and, you know, just go back to what I'm saying with Graham back here. He's back in 6th. This is such a tough place to make up ground. I mean, even with Graham back there, he's just riding.
Yeah, Graham still riding pretty good for the damage that he has on the back end with no back bumper.
You can get away with a little damage here. It's cosmetic
Yeah.
damage, obviously, if you know don't want to hurt the engine or motor. You know, aerodynamics don't play a factor. But you can already start seeing Kemper right there just a little bit. See that car in the middle of the turn, kind of get a little tight. If Blau was close enough, he could capitalize on it.
Yeah, and Blau, he probably wants to capitalize as much as he can, and that's going to help the situation as
yeah.
Kemper goes way deep and slides up, smacks the wall, smack-a-doodle.
Overdrove the brakes on that one.
Yeah, he did. Just the tires and the braking zone did not match up on Tinder.
What? Yeah. And the rubber didn't hit good. Now we've been talking about, brakes and stuff. The correlation between worn out tires and brakes too is another thing. You can have all the great braking in the world, but after a while you have to back those turns up with older tires too, because the tires don't allow you to stop either.
Yeah, I mean, once you start wearing the tires down, they just don't want to grip up to hit the braking point, and they can kick out underneath of you and send you deep into a wall like we've seen there. And
See Graham up to third. He's able to capitalize on some bad luck by Blau and Burrows.
Yeah, Graham with the back bumper still missing up to podium position right now, and Brady Floyd up to second. Definitely hard charger of the race so far.
Al got the back in his duck machine.
Go Ducks.
And he back in the green ducky.
Rubber ducky, you're the one. Come on, Joe, sing. What? You don't know Sesame okay. Wow. Wow.
Listen to that, man.
Wow.
I was probably 5.
Wow. Okay, I was probably 5'2", man.
Wasn't even born.
I know.
Good.
Good gravy.
Blau hanging on the fence. Burrows up in fourth. Two kind of riding nose tail. Joe Moose back there in 6th. Eglin holding on to 7th. Coleman Johnson, he's back in 8th. Roger got the 9th place spot.
And first car lap down.
Slaps the wall.
It's a mackerdoodle.
He did. He came out of that turn. Hit it.
Still Lance Ripke out from Brady Floyd. He's caught up lap car of Kemper after Kemper had to go down pit road for the quick fix. And I don't know, did he take tires at the same time? He did take some tires at the same time of his quick fix, 2 laps down. So Floyd's, he's got to get around Kemper if he wants to catch up to Ripke, or maybe Kemper can get back to 1 lap down on Ripke. Graham there in 3rd. He's gotten around a couple. There was another lap car at one point. Cooper Smith. Cooper Smith has let the whole field by now.
Oh yeah. Ripke right now, he's doing what he needs to do. Try to put another win in the win column.
As he's at 4 wins on the season. He's trying to go for 5 wins.
And win everything.
He is. Maybe we.
Floyd in 2nd though. That.
And Floyd is trying not to use the sponsor out here on the track like we see in the real world. Yeah, that happened. Worst driver ever driving for me. That's what Richard Childress said about Creed. See the track rubbering in a little bit on the bottom side. Taking in the rubber. And the concrete portion of the track. Nice little half mile. Daniel Blau right behind Carson Burrows for 4th. Everybody's just kind of stabled out. Just a little bit. You see a couple cars maybe catching up to another car that hasn't been saving as much tire, maybe. Ripka's put 2 lap cars now between him and Brady Floyd. That's Olsen and Kemper. He's looking to put a 3rd, and the next victim going to be Roger Craig, and that'll be Craig's 2nd lap going down.
Lau got in the back end of Burrows almost. He was in there just a little bit.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Burrows and Blau are maybe catching up to Cody Graham just ever so slightly. Let's see here, lap time comparison. It's showing Graham a little bit quicker in both Burrows and Blau that lap, but
Graham could catch Floyd.
yeah, Graham's running a hair quicker than what Brady Floyd is doing, but it's just so hard. I mean, it's going to help that Floyd has to get around the couple of lap cars. He gets around Roland Olsen there.
Yeah.
Ripka's already gotten around Craig, and he's going to get around Cooper Smith once again. Cooper Smith pulling down to the inside on the front straightaway. So, look at this. You got 3 lap cars, 2 of them on 2 laps down, 1 on 5 laps down now.
Olsen still out here. Craig, Kemper, Cooper Smith, like you said. All Ripka right now out front. Floyd hanging on in 2nd. Graham there in 3rd. Burrows up in 4th, and Lau hanging on the 5th.
Now, if Kemper can get a lap back here naturally under green and then catch a caution, he'll be in the lucky dog spot, put 9 cars back on the lead lap. Because the last car on the lead lap, Colin Johnson, just now coming out of turn number 4 past the straightaway, about roughly half a track behind. So that's one of the things that Kemper has to probably be thinking about, being 2 laps behind on the lead lap. Wants to get one of those laps back naturally and then pray for a caution late race here.
The Ripka, man, he's putting them up, knocking them down.
Oh, and Olsen into the wall as the lead lap cars get on by Moose and Blau.
Having a tough night tonight. Good digging, though.
He is. Sure,
At
Floyd
least
would
he's
like.
trying to stay out of the way, though.
Sure, Floyd would like Kemper to catch up to Ripka here and fight for the lap back.
Graham right now still holding on to that 3rd place. Burrows and Blau still nose to tail.
Yeah, it's definitely a good battle back here for the 4th spot. Everybody right there in the mix of things. Lewis Megan falling off the pace a little bit. Ever so slightly. Going to get passed by lap car Roland Olsen. Maybe just a little bit too much tire wear on the number 50 machine. And there comes Burrows. Burrows looking on the outside of Daniel Blau. That's going to open up the door for the Moose man, Joseph Moose, to get to the inside of Burrows. Burrows going to pull a little bit on the straightaway, get back down onto the bottom side of the racetrack. Some good battling going on for the 4th position back here. We're going to have to get around the lap car of Roger Craig here's very, very shortly. Expect to see Craig go to the bottom on a straightaway for these drivers, and he's kind of on the bottom. He hits the brake a little bit early down in turn number 3. Not going to help out Burrows' situation as he's going to get stuck on the outside lane. Now he's able to get on by.
Yep. Lyle moves up to 4th. Burrows there in 5th. Mooseman back 6th.
Still Ripka with Kemper right behind him. Kemper maybe wanting the lap back. I guess they do see that late race caution flag. And if you're Ripka, I mean, I don't know. Do you help out Kemper with one of his laps back, or do you just keep him 2 laps down and keep him trapped on the lap down car side?
Laps we got to go.
Like 20. 20 to go. I mean, if he gets close enough to you, do you just let him go?
I guess it all depends on what the lap is. I mean, if it's 10 to go, 8 to go, and I mean, he's got a 6-second lead. Ripka does. You know, if you get the opportunity to go around, sure, but I'm not going to get out there and put myself in trouble.
Olsen, a little bit of trouble there down in turn number 1. And I'll let Kemper on by. Ripka, he's got to get around the lap car. Cooper Smith expect him to go down low and brake early for turn 1. Yeah, he does. He does that indeed. But the one I'm looking at right here, Lewis Meglin, Kemper, he's like thinking, hopefully Meglin just doesn't go lap down, because then I am out of the lucky dog position.
He's right there behind old Meglin.
He is. It's going to be a tough battle to put Meglin lap down unless Meglin just pulls on over and lets him go around, because then Meglin is guaranteed at least a lucky dog until he gets up to Johnston, which that's ways away ahead if it's few laps remaining as there is. I mean, how hard do you fight it?
I mean, if you got a car that can hold him off, but it looks like Ripka's just way faster, so I mean, I don't know.
It's gonna be tough choice here for Meglin. Do you fight? Not looking like he's gonna fight it. He's gonna let Ripka on by on the inside. So now Kemper.
Now Kemper needs to pass him.
Yeah, well, Kemper has to go around Meglin and make a whole nother lap on Meglin. So Meglin right now.
But what you're saying is, Kemper guy got up here and wrecked Meglin. And then make him a lap, right?
Well, Kemper wouldn't get a lucky dog. That would go back to Craig.
Oh,
and Craig's going to go 3 laps down right now.
The Kemper does get around Meglin.
That don't really matter too much.
You know, it might if he can get back around.
He'd have to make a lot of ground up here, about 20 seconds.
Jet motor on, man.
That's about a 20-second gap to move up 1 extra spot in the race.
It could happen. It never.
Yeah, very well could. I mean, Meglin could always get an incident point right at the time of a caution.
Well, it's been all Ripka out front. Floyd, Graham's been on the battle back up to 3rd place. Blouse hanging on there in 4th. Burrows back in the 5th place. Colin Johnson staying right there in 6th. Got Joe Moose up in the 7th. Meglin, we was just talking about it there at 8th. Kemper 9th. Roger Craig cracking the top 10. Craig turning that turn just a little bit too sharp. Needs to let that car kind of rotate coming out of the turn. Watch him. He comes out of the turns. I don't know why he's turning it. Letting maybe Brady Floyd go. He'd keep his momentum up a lot if he.
Dude, Craig.
Now watch how he's coming out of the turn. He's actually forcing the car to go down.
Well, he's entering down low, and then he's forcing it to go down on the exit.
Yeah, he's not letting it come down. He's not letting it rotate off the turn. He's rubbing it.
Cody Green going to
go around in circles.
I don't know what Craig's up to.
Craig, what you doing, man? Let us know what you out there doing. Just riding in
doing
circles.
great things.
Craig's
Oh,
doing
Kemper's
great things.
I noise.
That's a good one. Craig's doing Craig.
Blyle's
Watch
pulled
him
away
go.
from
What are you talking
Burrows. Oh, Moose Man about got loose right behind Johnson as Johnson gets around Moose Man.
Uh-oh. Laps are winding down here in Martinsville here tonight. Coast2Coast Racing League here. At our Xfinity Series here tonight for Hometown Heroes. We had our 305, 360, and 410. Good night. And Patrick Spangler. Heck of a...
Yeah, he did. You see Johnson right now, though, trying to catch down Carson Burrows. That's for a top 5 right there. So the battle is on for a top 5. Johnson, Burrows, and Moose Man.
Got 5 to go.
And we do. 5 to go.
Hard for me to read that, too.
Oh, well. Anything can happen still here with the 5 to go.
yeah.
I mean, they are battling for the top 5. They could end up
Red
wrecking
can
each
blink
other.
out and die.
See, Burrows will side a little bit loose down corner entry. They're going to make a little bit of contact, Johnson and Burrows. All good, no harm right now so far. Burrows just fighting the very, very loose car on corner entry. Those old tires, the brakes are probably fading away a little bit. Sends it down deep in turn number 1. Johnson's just trying to get on around, going to try to get on the exit, not able to get there. This is a good little battle, though.
It is. I think we're all there
There you
for
go.
Johnson. Chris crossing the
Cooper,
lap
man.
car. Oh, that was close.
That was very close for Burrows there on the lap car of Cooper Smith, and Cooper Smith going to pull out of the way for Lance Ripka. Ripka just sitting here like, do not wreck. I just need to get through these 2 corners. I'll see the white flag, and then you 3 can kill each other for a top 5. He's going to see the white flag being led by Lucy Olson. 1 to go.
It is. Lance Ripka has been dominating all night. Brady Floyd back there in second, and Graham up in third. But it's been that man, Ripka, who has just had this thing under control all night long. Got a 4. He's going to win it here. Martinsville style.
We gotta wait for Brady Floyd to get around turn number 4. He'll grab second here at Martinsville. Hard charger up the 11 spots, and Graham with a top 3 with no back bumper.
Good race, man. Good race.
Absolutely. Shout out to Daniel Blau up 10 spots as well. Started 14th, but finishes in the 4th spot, and Johnson with the top 5. Word up here with your top 3 drivers.
We'll talk with old Lance Ripka here. Let's get a...
Hey, Lance, you get a copy on me.
I got you.
Well, man, pure dominance out here on the short, flat half mile in Virginia, Martinsville. Talk us through it.
I, qualifying on the pole and then had a bad start. Cody to get around front. It's kind of opened the door for some others to get around me, but I guess just patience, trying to get around them, avoiding some of the mayhem, and was able to get out front and not look back.
Absolutely, you did an outstanding job here tonight. You got anybody to thank?
I want to thank the guys over at Spartan Racing, Danny Bob, for all the help him and I work on a lot of stuff together, so I want to give him a shout out. VMR Wraps, Ripka Designs, thank you guys for putting on the broadcast and everybody behind the scenes that makes this stuff happen.
Yeah, folks, your race winner, Lance Ripka.
Yeah, it is, man, and he did what he needed to do tonight. Put in victory lane, bring up Cody Graham up here, and let's get a word with him.
Hey, Cody, you got a copy on me?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, you ended up with no back bumper on your car, but you still finish up in the podium position. Talk us through it.
Yeah, that was unfortunate just because usually in these series I have long race pace, and I actually had short race pace here, which, normally for Martinsville is something you want. And I think I probably had something for Lance, but I didn't use my quick repair just because, you know, it's Martinsville, and I figured I would have got a couple more yellows, and, you know, with 4 minutes of repairs, I figured I'd be able to duck into the pits quite a few times and maybe get it fixed because my engine was fine. I figured, well, if my engine's fine, I can at least, you know, try and manhandle it. But that thing just had no drive. That the whole rear end was torqued, and I was clapping my elbows from entry all the way through the middle off the corner. So that was a little too much like a real race car. I wasn't a fan of it. It was way too long. I was praying for a yellow that whole last like 50 lap green flag stretch, and it never came. But you know, pulling a podium out is it's a nice consolation prize.
Absolutely an outstanding performance by you. Got anybody like thank?
Yeah, you guys for putting on the broadcast, Roger and everyone for putting on this league, and all my GCAM teammates.
Yeah, folks, your third place driver, number 2, Cody Graham.
Absolutely. What a night it was here tonight for our hometown heroes. And Brady Floyd, he came home here in the second place spot. Man, what a night it was here, Corey.
Yeah, absolutely. Good racing at Lernerville. We've seen what that can produce, and get a little racing around the flat tracks.
Yes, it was. Well, for myself and everyone, hope everyone had a good night here at Hometown Heroes and Coast to Coast Racing League. Have a good one.